Welcome, everybody. Pain Train Pipe Bomb time being recorded in the dungeon, Brooklyn, New York. Jim, what's going on?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Nothing much. We have a guest.
Do we now?
No, you
Yes.
don't.
Yes, we
What
do.
do you mean, no, we don't?
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
Geez, here we go. She's mouthing
This
off
is
already.
feedback, okay? Not
Yeah.
a real person.
Okay, yeah, so now you have to introduce yourself.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
You're
do.
not the boss of me. By the way, this is KD. How you doing?
What's going on? How's everything?
Good.
This has been a long time coming, by the way, just for our listeners.
Yep.
We've only been yanking on her leg for like about 2 months now to actually sit down with us and pop in on the pipe bomb.
Your man's tried to give me an ultimatum, and I'm like, dude, I just got a new job.
Well, we'll have to fix that problem. We're here for the weekly Raw Review of April 10th, 2017.
Whee! Let's clap.
Not really.
No, not really. That is such a sarcastic clap.
Exactly.
They were actually in our home state
Yes, they
of New
were.
York, in Long Island, at the Mausoleum, as we've called it once before. Yes, we called the Nassau Coliseum the Mausoleum.
Very appropriate.
Yes.
That place is usually always dead to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So the show opens with the superstar shakeup of Miz and Maurice coming out still dressed up as Cena and Nikki Bella.
What a clever name, by the way. Superstar Shakeup.
Right?
It's only going to get fucked up in about the next month or so when they have the draft again.
You think they're going to do it again in about a month?
Well, think of it this way. Before this show even starts, Apollo Crews is on Raw. So they kind of fucked it all up to begin with.
And then you have the boatload of people they've been signing from indies and whatnot, so...
Yeah, but at this point right now, you have this superstar shakeup thing. Let's say it lasts 2 months, and then all of a sudden they're like, you know what? Fuck this. We don't like you on this show. We'll put you back on the original show.
Right?
Oh my god. Can I just say as a sidebar, FYI, I'm still salty they released Simon Gotch. I'ma miss you.
Well, they're trying. He really wasn't that great, to be honest.
Yeah, but I had hope for the vaudevillains.
Yeah, that's the Vaudevillains, though. You know, they didn't do anything productive as a tag team unless they were in NXT.
I mean, whose fault is that, though?
Creative.
Well, yes, creative. They're a former Turd of the Week moment.
Mm-hmm.
Former.
Yes, former. There's a lot of
Current,
formers on our show.
reigning.
Yes, Roman Reigns was a reigning 2-time Turd of the Week.
Roman reigning 2-time champ.
Yes. So now another former duo of Miz and Maurice are on Raw. They're former Turds of the Week. They're shooting their promo still dressed as fucking Cena and Bella. Only to have been approached by another signee of this shakeup in Dean Ambrose.
Yay! Congratulations on your marriage, by the way.
That's
It
right.
was very awkward to see him with a wedding ring, and they never announced that him and Renee Young got married.
I mean, you know why, though, right?
Listen, whatever happens on fucking Total Divas or Total Bellas or whatever that fucking cock-rated show is on fucking E.
Total bullshit is more like it.
If I want to see behind the scenes, I'd rather just be there live and not have to see them tape it and edit all of this bullshit. 'Cause
Right.
It's just worthless.
Yeah, but I think the main thing is they didn't want Renee to get kidnapped by his rabid fangirls, that's all.
But the other point of it now is that they're still not on the same show.
That's
They're
true.
married. He's on fucking Raw. She's still on SmackDown. Still has to deal with SmackDown Live. So I don't even know how the fuck that works.
Doesn't she also do the what do you call that fucking shit? The podium or whatever for Talking Smack?
the pre-show
Yeah.
and post-show and fucking mid-show and whatever shows that they decided to throw her on.
Right.
During this segment, Dirty Deeds is end up given to Miz. Everybody cheers Ambrose. They leave.
Yeah.
Now,
To me.
a tag team that I actually enjoy, The Revival.
Oh, I have that song on my phone. I listen to it all the time.
This is true, even
It's-
though I didn't know that before.
But this is a great fucking tag team that I'm glad that they actually did bring them up.
Right.
However, they were going against only 2/3 of the New Day
Right.
because the news broke over the weekend that Kofi Kingston suffered an ankle injury and will be out indefinitely. They did not put a timetable on it. So it's a match of The Revival versus Big E and Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole thing, it ended up being that this ended up being New Day's last match on Raw. Ooh.
Yay, SmackDown.
Take that fucking ice cream cart and shove it up your ass.
Right.
Hey, I like the New Day.
You can
I
like
gotta
them,
give
but
credit to
I'm not great with them.
I'm giving credit to Xavier Woods. He fucked Paige.
I mean, I gotta give him the side eye for that, but I give him props for being a major nerd like me. So.
Oh, you're not a nerd. Stop.
Listen, what were we just talking about before we started recording?
We were talking about.
I saw this and started going in.
We started talking about tits and beer. Don't lie.
That's you. What you're doing in Cabo.
Ah,
yes,
Cabo
the Cabo
mention.
Yes, the Cabo mention.
The Cabo mention. Now, before we go on to this other segment about the new gay or whatever you want, not that there's anything wrong with that, but now that Dean Ambrose has been shipped over to Raw, could you see a Shield reunion possibly sometime in the future now that all three members are a member of Raw?
Well, think of it this way, though, that you have the three of them on there. They're obviously all going in three different directions at this point, although the direction for Ambrose is not really set in stone as of yet.
Because he can't put the fucking beer down.
Well, again, he got drunk at the Hall of Fame ceremony, and that's why they pushed him to the pre-show.
Of WrestleMania. That's right.
And that's still going to be a mention no matter how much what.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to figure.
Oh, wait. Don't get me nervous.
Sorry, I thought we were having a little technical difficulty.
There's always technical difficulties.
Ah, well, shit sucks.
But at this point right now, you have Reigns going with Strowman and the Lesnar call out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Rollins is being hunted down by Triple H and Stephanie McMahon by Samoa Joe. So that's not really going to go anywhere. And unless there's some type of that superstar stable that they were pronouncing at some point.
Right.
No.
It actually did get kind of slashed up because Charlotte's not in it. Yeah. And they were going to kind of push her toward that. But they were building the stable of Owens and Samoa Joe, and they were coming up with other members. And if it ends up being that Strowman ends up becoming part of that, then I probably can see all three of them going together. But in the meantime, it's just not in the cards.
I'm sorry. I'm still a fucking Ultimate Shield fan. I'm still hoping and praying that they'll be reunited.
I doubt it because you know the game plan that they have for Roman. They can't let that happen. You put all three of them in a room and he's going to fade into the background without help.
And that's what everyone wants because Roman Reigns has been getting shoved down everyone's throats for the last year.
Not me. I don't watch him at all.
Oh, this is true.
Well, we've come to the point where Revival ends up beating New Day, and they pretty much smoked them.
Yeah.
They smoked him like a lead cigarette in a fucking
Xavier
downpour.
on his neck. I saw that.
Ouch.
And flattened his fro, by the way.
Oh my god.
His fro got flattened?
Yes, his fro got flattened.
Okay, we have to have a moment of silence for the fro.
Okay, enough.
Okay, we're good.
Wow.
A fro flattening I've seen happen thousands of times.
Right?
So, but we've come to a part of the show. Now, mind you, Raw is 3 hours.
Yeah.
God.
And this piece comes in really, really early for our favorite segment.
It's the turd of the week.
Okay, so turd of the week gets awarded to Kurt Hawkins.
Congratulations, Kurt.
Leave him alone. He's getting airtime however he can get it.
Why?
Listen, if he wants airtime, tell him to go outside.
Right?
Listen, if Ellsworth can make it, so can he.
Ellsworth has
the
no
chinless wonder, okay?
Chince McMahon.
Yes, Chince McMahon.
No chin music.
You know exactly the point. But he at least has a direction at this point. Kurt Hawkins does not have any direction. He calls out people and gets laid out every fucking time he's out there.
Because he's King Jobber. That's why.
Oh, that's Heath Slater.
Well, Heath Slater's Queen Jobber.
Either way, he comes out shooting his mouth off, in which Big Show then comes down to the ring, all 338 pounds of him.
I'm not going to lie. I'm like, he's still here?
Right?
And he was supposed to retire at WrestleMania, but apparently that they've dropped that thing.
If you are part of the Attitude Era, you're going to work until you literally die.
This is quite
FYI.
true.
Well, he did say he was going to push it till 48, and I don't see how he's going to push it that far, but
right.
He comes out, gives him the WMD, and you just see Hawkins laying there still with the cane in his hand.
Wait, are they allowed to call it that? I thought they changed the title, WMD.
That's our title. We don't. If they don't like it, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
This is our broadcast, and they really can't say anything about our
They
broadcast.
could prison fuck themselves with no lube right up the ass.
Wow, there are children around?
No, this is a strictly 18 and over show.
You're not
You're
a
not
child.
a child. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Then
She's gonna beat us up.
this is
I
where
am not.
Yeah,
this,
right.
this next part, though, however, is where the cruiserweight division should be.
Oh, my man Neville. Shout out to him, too. He's one of my favorites.
She's learning. We do a lot of shout-outs.
With his dumble ears.
Hey.
A's for horses, goddammit.
Hey.
But now
Leave
this
him
is
alone.
I like him better as a heel, though.
He's
But
an
this
awesome
is-
heel.
yeah. So he is an awesome heel, and we
Yeah.
we rant and rave about it. every week.
Honestly, I mean, I like Neville since you know his NXT days and everything, but honestly, he was too pussy as a face.
Well, you see, they do the same thing with all their faces. They have them do the generic, happy, smiley, come out and like, hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to flip for you. And
All the bubbly fucking hey, how you doing type of bullshit.
yeah.
But what were you going to mention about the cruiserweight shit division?
Well, they do have their ups and downs, but now this segment was a decently long segment throughout the show.
Yeah.
Neville is still obviously the king of the cruiserweights, and they're setting up a number one contenders match between TJP and Austin Aries,
Yeah.
in which now I think, to the extent, TJP is now getting pushed to the limit because he has a total attitude change throughout this entire segment.
He turned heel.
He's not turning heel because they try not to have heel versus heel.
It
Which I think is
seemed like
kind of
a
funny.
heel turn by
It seemed
TJP,
like a
though.
heel turn to me.
But this is the attitude adjustment, not the Cena attitude adjustment. It's the attitude adjustment he needs to make that division stronger and more watchable. Because being the pretty boy gamer thing does not work for him. I'm sorry.
Right.
That's the former Manic from TNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want the evil side of TJP. This is the way to do it. So they have a really great match. Neville kind of interjects himself in a way. He
Of course.
comes out and he, gives his attitude toward both of them.
Right.
And literally, TJP took advantage of this entire situation, rolls Aries up with a really cool pin move,
Yeah.
and beats Aries. Aries is shocked as shit because he is better than TJP.
Right. Absolutely is.
But at the same time, though, after this match ends, TJP does his whole jump up on the ropes thing and then rolls out of the ring and then rolls back in and knocks the snot out of Aries with his finisher.
Which I am sad about.
Right?
I mean, I like Austin Aries and all, but at this point right now, the only two that really should be sitting at the top is Aries and Neville. I'm sorry. Those are the two most talented guys in this division.
I feel like all of them, halfway, have talent.
Was that
but,
real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure that one out.
You never know with these guest hosts.
No fucking idea, these damn
They're
guest hosts.
halfway, okay. Because I've seen a lot of these people outside of the WWE context, so I'm completely aware of what happens once you get into that WWE program. A lot of the cool stuff you normally get to do, they're like, hey, don't do that. You're going to have like maybe 5 moves or so, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm convinced that most of them do have the talent. I've seen it. It's just I wish they would allow them to do more on the show. in
Now-
general.
Exactly. You're 100% right. They
Now that we're-
completely wash down their wrestlers.
Now that we're on the cruiserweight topic, and we've
Okay.
talked vividly about this cruiserweight division,
Okay.
let me ask our guest,
Okay.
what is your opinion on them not being able to do high-flying finishes compared to their submission finishes?
I feel like they're kind of sort of wasting everyone's time by not letting them do what they do best. I mean, when I was growing up, I used to like cruiserweight stuff was actually some of my favorite things watching. When I was growing up, I used to be happy to see the smaller wrestlers do all their as the IWC likes to call it, flippy indie bullshit. It was entertaining to me. I loved it. I loved watching Rey Mysterio or Chris Jericho circa WCW. I like seeing that kind of stuff.
It's like basically giving the little guys a chance.
Exactly. And if you watch other promotions and you see what the cruiserweights are capable of, it's not all just, here's a double somersault sow cow with a twist. They do other stuff too. You just
she's
gotta let
technical.
them do it.
She is very technical. I am impressed.
This is why she This is why she fits with us.
Yes.
Wow.
Absolutely.
You're
Because you just like One big guy, and I could just fit in the middle.
This is quite true.
You're like the Mike Tenay of the group.
And
I actually did shout out a Mike
can
Tenay
I
calling there.
draw a mustache on?
I don't know, but I had
you don't need a mustache for that.
I had an ultimate line for this, but I don't want to sound bad.
You can just throw it out later.
Later, or should I just get it over with?
Well, it's now later, so now you can.
Okay, this is quite true. We are the absolute reversed Oreo cookie.
I'm not even going there.
Me neither.
We'll leave that for the Facebook Live viewings,
Just in case.
and online YouTube things.
This is not anything against Oreos, by the way. Oreos are fabulous.
Hell yeah, right? Get that nice ice cold glass of milk with it.
And there's no racial intent because we don't do that on our show.
No, everybody hates us. We don't throw the hate out.
There is no chocolate hate. There is no vanilla hate. We all love all the flavors, okay?
Absolutely. I am currently through my brown fever right now.
My God.
What? What and what?
Here I was about to say, like, I like pistachios. He's like chocolate. I'm like, okay.
I said brown fever. My girlfriend's Dominican. Anyway, we're totally straying off the topic here.
Information.
We need to go back to the top to the flavor of the week. The flavor of the week actually ends up being Seth Rollins.
Really?
Because of the fact that he was the King Slayer, he did take down Triple H
I do like that nickname
Mania.
for him. I like that a lot.
And the T-shirt's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although I haven't purchased it yet.
WWEshop.com.
Ew.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, I'm still pissed off with that, but that'll be for the later episodes.
Then, as I said last week, when I was wearing my ECW shirt last week, go to ExtremeWrestlingShirts.com and check all that shit out. Trust me, you will not be disappointed.
Well, speaking of, then if we're going to be fucking talking about shirts.
He is stripping.
He's stripping.
Woohoo!
Oh my God, look at those pasties.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you wearing pasties?
There we go.
It's funny because he doesn't have any.
No, I never have had any sanity.
This is like the total, like, double negative live in person.
Isn't that nice?
It's fucking awesome.
Yes. This was part of the WrestleMania deal that they had.
What was it? Buy one shirt, get the next one for $1?
It was their 33% off sale.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the day after, they have fucking buy one, get one for $1, the motherfuckers. But anyway.
Right? So obviously, for you people out there, which you cannot see, he's right now wearing a Sanity shirt.
Yes, from NXT.
See?
Yeah.
With my boy Eric Young and one of my favorite hardcore chicks, Nikki.
Oh, yeah.
She just kicks ass.
Boing.
She fucking kicked ass in the indies, so there
Boing.
we go. Moving on, because
Sorry
we
for
still have
boinging.
about fucking an hour and a half worth of crap that we have to cover.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
It's her fault.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is out in the ring shooting his promo that he'd rather be hunted by Stephanie, Lady Balls herself, and
Yes.
Triple H, who never apparently shows up after he loses a match.
Huh, this is true.
Because she's the one carrying the balls, apparently.
She's got those huge ass lady balls. They're fucking
Yeah,
huge.
they're strapped to her chest.
Right?
Who cares? They're still there and they're visible. I saw a nipple at WrestleMania. Shut up.
I saw
You still sound excited about it.
She's got huge lady balls.
I saw Bailey nipple on Raw. And I was happy about that.
Yeah, because we have to
Leave
see nipple.
Bailey alone.
That's my girl. Hey,
That is my girl.
she was mine first.
No.
But it's funny though, we still haven't seen Stephanie since WrestleMania. That's been 2 weeks already.
This is true. Well, she went through
Didn't
a
she
table.
die?
No, she didn't die.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Triple H's nose didn't impale her yet.
Oh, wow.
And that's my boy, and I'm
That's
fucking ragging
real
on him.
hateful. You
His
wanna tell us
southern
how you
nose
feel?
impaled her.
I bet you he could probably still smoke a cigarette in the rain.
Oh,
and
my
not
Right?
get wet.
God.
Oh, and that nose. Don't get nose to nose with him. You're losing that fight.
Yeah, that's bigger than an elephant and Snuffleupagus. Rollins ends up being greeted by new general manager Kurt Angle
Yay, Kurt Angle.
and says
Woo!
that he's not sending him to SmackDown,
Good.
which means Stephanie and Triple H can still hunt him. And throughout the promo, Samoa Joe comes out. They get into a little bit of a scuffle,
What else is no?
which goes back and forth until, Rollins gives Samoa Joe a nice little kick to the back of the head.
I heard that Seth Rollins is not doing the pedigree anymore.
No, he has a new finisher, which they did in the dark match after Raw.
Okay.
It was Jericho and Seth Rollins versus Owens and Samoa Joe.
Nice.
Jericho and Rollins win because they want to send the crowd home happy,
Of course.
and because it's in Jericho's hometown.
Of course.
It's a move like Lashley uses on Impact. It's kind of like a lariat, but then he has a side kick that goes with it.
Oh, nice.
It's a fairly sick move. However,
it's better than the pedigree, you think?
It's not as effective as the pedigree.
I just wish they didn't.
It looks a little bit gayer.
There's nothing wrong with that, people.
Yes, there's
nothing wrong with that.
That's one of your top guys, and he's doing a gay finisher.
Well, I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with the whole gay thing. Just
But no, but
they
it's
don't
like
discriminate on anything.
It's like him doing a finisher and going gay afterward.
Listen, first of all, we support the LBGT community. Second of all,
Yeah.
that's not the most questionable finisher.
They should not.
Execution.
They should have
I think
never
that-
taken away the curb stomp. I'm sorry.
They really shouldn't have. That was
Thank
my
you.
favorite.
Thank you.
But then again, this is WWE's writers and fucking Vince McMahon.
And the WWE writers, once again, I personally feel should be getting a specific notification or.
Well, no, they're not getting that. They'll get something. I'll work on that. But in the meantime, so they've pretty much set up some type of feud between the two of them.
Okay.
Now this is where last week I said it should have happened. I did call this. I called this match, although they kind of tore it up afterward.
Right.
Nia Jax versus Charlotte. I called this last week.
That's right, you did.
I went on record and said that I wanted to see this.
Everybody, if you want to hear for yourself, listen to last week's Raw review.
Which they're all up from January. There's a few weeks that we didn't have it up, but that was because we had technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties, a.k.a. under the weather.
But
Aw.
yes, and that was both of us. We were under the weather 1 week, and it just
All the
alternated or
hangover
whatever.
people.
No, nothing like that. Like just bad cases of the flu.
Now this is the match that I really did want to see,
Right.
and Nia Jax actually did come out on top of this. But the actual maneuvers between the two were phenomenal. A lot of the technical maneuvers, and Nia being the beast of a woman that she is. Actually, she did throw her weight around because she finished the match with a Samoan drop.
I got to say, a personal shout out to Nia Jax for releasing that bathing suit photo. I thought that was really cool.
I'm mad he knows about that. I've seen it too. She looked great.
She did. I thought her a bang.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on. Like, you haven't heard humor like this before. I don't know, maybe. But, like, you never heard humor like this before?
I have.
So what's the problem?
There's no problem here. I just think it's funny. I can't laugh at things I find funny.
Oh wow, she's gonna give you attitude now.
Oh, I'm loving this.
That's it.
All right.
Now she's taking out the bullying stick.
Oh,
You don't see it,
no.
but she's taking out the bullying stick.
I don't bully people. Okay, be a
Bullshit.
star, everybody. Be a star.
Bullshit.
Anyway, so now we come to a former turd of the week, and they're repeat offenders on the show. It's Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal,
Ah.
and obviously Finn Balor has only been back 1 week, technically on Raw,
Yeah.
because he did do a lot of house shows and stuff like that. It's a bullshit match, in a way. Jinder Mahal does actually injure Finn Balor in the match.
No, stop it. For real.
He does.
Like a
He
real
gives-
serious injury?
He gives Finn Balor a concussion
You
on a
know
forearm
what?
shot.
You know what? I am sick and tired of how injury prone these poor people get once they make it to WWE. You never
Exactly.
see this shit happening in other promotions. Like, for real.
My opinion with this, though, is that he's working with guys that he's not worked with before. Every time you see him in a match, you can sit there and you can talk. It's obviously, quote-unquote, sports entertainment.
Right.
However, if you could sit there and talk to a guy and tell him exactly how you want the match to go, and there's still going to be fuck-ups in a match.
Of course.
But him inadvertently giving Balor a forearm shot to the chin or to the side of the head, I believe it was,
Side of the head.
that's going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Balor finished the match,
Yeah.
and it didn't look like that, but the report after Raw was that he did suffer a concussion during the match.
Right.
To then only be called out by former WWE champion Bray Wyatt,
Oh, yeah.
announcing that he's still having his House of Horrors match, which there's still no info on.
And he announced, how did he put it? This is my home now, and the fucking crowd went nuts.
Yeah, because Bray Wyatt going back to Raw was huge.
I honestly think that Bray Wyatt announcing that he's back on Raw was the biggest fucking pop in the crowd the entire night. Because it was a fucking dead building that night.
What you mean? Didn't Roman come out?
Roman was doing a backstage interview, which I'm not even.
Listen,
I'm getting
to
to
Vince
it
right now. Roman is good, isn't he?
Good job.
You better watch out, or you're going to end up hearing these words.
What? That's not going to happen, by the way.
That's what he does to the writers when they come up with bad episodes.
You mean when they say, hey, don't do this, and he's like, well, you can just leave.
No, he doesn't say that. No, he literally does scream out, "You're fired." I've heard it.
Really? Did he fire you?
I do go to Connecticut quite frequently.
This is quite true.
I feel like he camp outside of his house.
No, I don't want to camp outside of his front of his house.
No, he camps outside the headquarters.
Yeah,
He
they have a
probably
big parking
tells
lot.
that to his own kids.
So we'll speed up a little bit to Sami Zayn versus The Miz,
Oh, Sammy!
who's now on Raw. Because when Kevin Owens came out, they brought Sami Zayn with them.
Yeah.
So now they have Zayn versus Miz. Miz loses because he's still wearing the fucking bullshit Cena garb. God, I wish they would just fucking stab him in the throat. The finish of it was the skull. Well, he went for a skull-crushing finale. He ended up getting something else. The Yakuza kick, the Blue Thunder Bomb, end of story. Now here's the part of the episode where the ultimate push of Strowman has been there, and they somehow fuck it up every week or every pay-per-view or whatever. Reigns is doing his interview with the pussy Michael Cole.
I fucking hate Cole. Thank you, DX, during the Attitude Era for giving that little prick wedgies.
I still remember when Jerry Lawler pulled his face through the fucking the plexiglass cube.
Remember that shit?
Oh my
That
God.
was that whole fucking beef between Cole and King.
And it comes up every episode, by the way.
It's
The coal mine?
Yes,
The coal mine. Thank you. That's what it was
definitely
called.
repetitive with the coal mine thing, but
And if you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
the interview doesn't go anything more than like a minute and a half, because now Strowman comes and just destroys Reigns, which I did do a tiny golf clap for.
No, Strowman was doing the Lord's work. Okay.
Okay, but
It
if
was
you're going to do
amazing.
the Lord's work, let's actually do it right and real instead of half the crap that WWE
But then
set
anyone
up.
tell you wrestling's not real.
I know it's not real, but come on, give me a little bit of better effect than a fucking dummy with the tattoos on the wrong arm. And a man physically is not possible of lifting an ambulance and flipping it on its side.
Not
Hey.
to mention, what is that, like a 10-ton ambulance?
Next thing you know, he's going to tell me that Kane can't really summon fire. What the fuck?
Kane is running for mayor.
You heard that shit?
He is literally running for a government office, and I give him full props for it.
That's true. Yeah,
Rhino
Kane.
didn't make it, but I guarantee you Kane can.
Wait, Rhino went for fucking politics also?
He went for politics in Michigan.
Can you see Rhino giving someone the gore if he loses the fucking voting?
I could probably see him goring the entire panel, let alone just the fucking people that go to vote for him.
Can he, gore our president?
No, because he's not in office.
Because then he'll drop the mother of all bombs on him.
Kane will probably chokeslam him, but, that's besides the point.
Either way, it'll be fun. Well, Stone Cold already fucking gave him the stunner.
But anyway, apparently, according to the hump Michael Cole, that he got concussions and he got cracked ribs and a separated shoulder. However, WWE.com 2 days later only says he only got a separated shoulder.
Don't worry, guys. He'll be back because you were going to miss him so much.
Yeah, he'll be missed so much. Former two-time Turd of the Week.
Wait, how long is Reigns slated to be out?
Undetermined.
Undetermined. And missing him in the time he's out? I'd rather miss a toothache.
That's like 2 weeks, and there's going to be a vignette every single week of him laying in a hospital bed. Like, oh my God, guys, I'm working so hard to get back to you. Don't miss me. I'm going to be here soon.
It's a promo for fucking Payback. Come on, give me a break. It's already fucking April 13th, and Payback is going to end up being Reigns versus Strowman.
Right.
Strowman loses. The fucking former turd ends up probably winning another turd, and that'll be life.
Well, we can also make Strowman win Turd of the Week for losing to that fucking hump.
Oh my God, don't do that.
I don't know. We'll have to let time go by.
I don't know, but
There was an 8-man tag match. Cesaro, Sheamus, and the Hardys with Elias the Drifter Samson walking through the crowd.
Yeah, just
Because he
making
got fired from NXT, so he'll be on Raw.
making an appearance. Hey guys, I'm here.
Well, he's
everyone
part of
was
the-
like, oh, cool.
He's part of the superstar shakeup. Oh my God!
Ooh, the shakeup.
So how
They ended up.
been doing, by the way?
They're showing age.
Are they still
They are
completely
showing-
ignoring that broken thing that they were doing?
I'm
before?
Well,
So
that's
pissed.
still with the Impact lawsuit.
Yeah, they
that's going
got
on.
they got to settle that shit out
Not to be
in
rude, but
court.
then what was the point? Everyone was excited for a broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero.
It's going to happen eventually. I guarantee you, though, because WWE's lawyers are on the case.
Seriously.
It's not Matt Hardy's lawyers. It's
Oh
WWE
my
now.
God, they
Were
could
they Perry
convince
Mason?
your mother that she's not your mother. Good shit.
Well, the Hardys and what did we call them? Cesaro and Sheamus.
Cesaro and Sheamus.
I had an actual a catchphrase for them.
You had a cat. You did have a catchphrase for
I
them.
can't remember. I'll have to look it up on next week.
My old ass don't remember shit.
They ended up going against Gallows, Anderson, and the Shining Stars, and Epico ended up getting the Twist of Fate and a Swanton. It's funny because you have the two face teams going against each other at Payback for the tag team titles.
Right.
Face teams against each other work better than fucking heel teams working against each other.
Seriously.
I don't know why. So we go after that. Two more new arrivals are on Raw. It ended up being Mickie James
I like Mickey.
and Alexa Bliss, which I want to see how that little hot box fucking does on Raw, because I think that's going to really spice up the division.
What does she call herself? Like 5 Feet of Fury? Or
Yeah,
some
5
shit?
Feet of Fury
5 Feet of
and-
Fury.
Your favorite character from Suicide Squad?
Unpopular
Harley
opinion.
Quinn.
Yes, Harley Quinn.
I'm just like on her.
I've been a Harley Quinn fan since the
I
comic
mean,
character.
she's
So
cute, but I pay attention to the wrestling, so I'm just like, she's okay.
I pay attention to all aspects of Alexa Bliss.
But it's funny how
hey.
Alexa came out and then Mickie James came out, and they were doing that storyline on SmackDown, and it just phased out.
I am so over Mickie James. To me, Mickie James is yesterday's news.
What do you mean? She's still thick.
She's still
She's still a hot box, but she shouldn't be wrestling.
exactly.
I don't think so.
Tell her to go back to making
You know what?
country
I would
albums.
like to see her manage like the Revival or something.
No,
Seriously, she's
no,
banging
no,
them.
no.
Alexa Bliss was still banging one of the guys on NXT still. They got married too.
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly.
Why can't she come out with a sex tape instead of Pasty Page?
Oh,
Well, then
my
they probably
God.
should have been with fucking Sheamus and Gallagher, because they're all pasty.
Oh my God.
What are they going to
Hey,
call it?
hey.
Whiter Than Cum Volume 1?
I don't know. That actually is pretty good.
Thank you.
We're not promoting porn, by the way.
We're
but it's
not
actually pretty funny.
promoting porn, but if you want, you can go to Brazzers.com for some good shit.
All right.
Shameless
Ew.
plug.
We're kind of running a little bit short on time here,
See,
because everybody just doesn't really want to hear us rant and rave, unless they like all our videos and subscribe to our channel. Nia Jax ends up coming back out
yeah.
and whooping ass. However, the little hot box in
I love that. I'm sorry.
Alexa Bliss, actually, she runs out of the ring after she pushes Sasha into Nia, and then all of a sudden, Bayley's laid out. Mickie James is pretty much unconscious outside, and Bayley got that Samoan drop and done.
That's, I think, when Bailey's fucking tit popped out.
Yes,
Sorry, I had to make that a second mention.
because there has to be a nipple mention in our show.
Only guys notice stuff like this, by the way.
It was actually, the picture was actually sent to me.
Okay,
was
well,
that the one that
nobody
we got
sends
from
pictures like that to me
WrestlingRumors.net?
for a
That's it.
reason.
Yes, we got a picture from WrestlingRumors.net.
I'm not going to say the next thing on my mind, but I will say it anyway. I expected Bailey to have darker nipples because, she's Spanish.
I don't know. I really don't see her that way.
They were very nice color and everything. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
let's go to the main event.
what was the main event? Let's see.
The main event was Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. Battle of Champions. The Clash of Champions.
U.S. versus IC,
And obviously, the bigger title is going to win.
of course.
In this, the IC title, Dean Ambrose ends up beating Kevin Owens in this match. And then, obviously, somebody had to make their presence known.
Oh, and that somebody was.
Chris Jericho.
There you go.
The man.
Yes.
Jericho.
The unbelievable GOAT of wrestling. Although, it doesn't look like it says GOAT on his tights still.
I'm not
Has
looking there.
anybody ever figured that one out?
I don't know. I don't. I'm not looking there.
I look at the tights because it's hard to not mention that it says GOAT on the back of his tights, but it doesn't look like it says GOAT.
What does it look like, though?
It looks like gore or something.
Weird.
Or goal. Like maybe he should do a better sequence job on his tights.
Maybe it did say goal. I mean, his father did play for the New York Rangers.
That is true.
Maybe it did say goal. Who knows?
Jericho ends up giving Owens a code breaker, and that's how they end Raw.
Nice. Nice.
It was a very interesting ending, and obviously, our next episode, which will be the SmackDown episode, you'll obviously see that superstars shake up again for things happening, but this does present a lot of cross-promotional stuff for Payback.
Yeah.
Wyatt's going against Orton at Payback for the title in the House of Horrors, but now Wyatt's on Raw, and Orton's on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And guaranteeing enough, the titles, now that 2 titles are technically on the same show in this episode,
Yeah.
IC and US, there's going to be a lot of cross-promotional shit on the 30th, and I find it is going to be a very difficult thing to keep track of.
A little bit.
It's gonna be too difficult.
So, what's your rating on the show?
Yes. What is your rating?
I mean, are we rating it on a scale of 1 to 10?
One to
Yes,
10.
and we're
letter
actually using
grade?
decimals.
Decimals?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're actually using
You
decimals.
could give like
Why
6.5.
is it so complicated shit?
Because this is a very complicated, fucked up show
it really
that
is
our
at all.
listeners come to like and subscribe to.
Oh, I thought you meant Raw, because Raw isn't complicated at all. I would say maybe like it wasn't total garbage, so like a 6.8.
Whoa, 6.8.
6.8.
I like that. I like that. We give the clap. Clap.
I'm clapping for myself.
What's our first episode? We have to give her something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jim?
Being for the fact that it is one of my favorite numbers out there, I give it a 6.9
Wow, we're up to 13.7.
so far.
Wow. Holy smokes.
What's your rating, dude?
I had a little bit of a mixed thing with this episode. It seems that with this superstar shakeup, they're trying to like stuff everything into 3 hours at this point.
Seems that way.
I actually have to give it 7-1.
7-1, that's fair.
7-1, and the only reason why I'm giving it 7-1 is the shift of talent with Mickey James and Alexa Bliss coming over.
Okay.
That drifter bullshit walking through the crowd, that was kind of retarded.
That was so
Kind
dumb.
Again, he's the drifter. They should just made him Samson the homeless, because that's what he looks like. He looks like a homeless guy.
Seriously?
It's 7-1 easy, so we're at like 20.8.
Yeah.
So it almost gets a 7 rating. It's like 6.8, 6.9, I think, somewhere
Yeah,
around there.
roughly.
So we're going to sign off, and we're going to record our SmackDown. Say goodbye for now.
Bye.
Jim?
Goodbye, motherfuckers.
And we'll catch you all on the flip side.